Hi, David Diddy here with Lakefront Advisors. Want to talk about mileage tracking for your company vehicle. So if you have a vehicle that you use mixed use, you use maybe some of it personally, some of it through the business, and you are a lot of people, maybe you're tracking your mileage, maybe you're not, and you're just using an arbitrary number. You're guessing and saying, oh, I use it 60% for work, or 75% for work, or 50% for work, or 80%, or whatever that percentage is. If you're just going out there coming up with an arbitrary number and then telling the IRS, hey, here's the split, this is how we do it, this is what the use split is, that is not gonna hold up in an audit. You have to be tracking your mileage. You have to have a representative example saying, no, here's like actually what we've done. Here's 90 days, 120 days. Some people, they'll just track it for the life that they use the vehicle. But you have to have some type of record and show them, like, this is the split. Hey, when you do it, it's a 73% split. But here's the actual numbers. Here's we've tracked it for X amount of days. Here's what we've used personally. Here's what we've used for work. And you have to have that reporting in order to hold up in an audit. If you're not doing that, if you're hoping that, or your tax advisors, whoever you have on your team, is telling you, oh, we'll just use an arbitrary split and that should be fine. It is not fine. Please don't do that. Definitely be tracking. And there's ways that you can do that. Obviously, you can do it manually if you want to do it manually, but highly recommend leverage tools and resources when it makes sense. And one of the ones that we highly recommend, there should be a link around this video somewhere. It's a tool called Taxbot. It's like $100 a year, I think, to do it, to utilize it. But it's an amazing tool. It automatically tracks everything, so you don't have to remember to track it. It'll automatically pop up, set up a prompt, and say, hey, we're tracking this trip. And then you can go once you're done, and you can classify the trip as personal or work. You can add some notes in there if you want. Also, say you're in a different vehicle, you can shut off the tracking, or what I'll do is I'll leave it on all the time. And then if I happen to be in a different vehicle, what I'll do is it'll track that trip, but I'm in a different vehicle, I'll just delete that trip because it's just not applicable because I'm not in my work vehicle. The vehicle that I use is a work personal split. So leverage a tool. If you try to track it manually, in my experience, you'll never be able to keep up with it. And so a tool like Taxbot, check it out. There's other ones out there. We've tried a few different ones. This is the one that we've settled on. This is the one that we recommend for all of our clients. It's the one that I use personally, and I would highly recommend that you use. If you're not tracking your mileage, please do so. If you ever get audited, you're gonna wish that you did. Just having an arbitrary split without any documentation is not gonna hold up in the case of an audit. So check out Taxbot. Hope this information helps you, and we'll talk to you soon.